Italy changed 70 governments since World War II. That is an average of one new government every 13 months, far more frequent than the 5-year election cycle the country is supposed to have. So what is the reason behind the Italian political system which contribute to such frequent change of power? Today, we will dive into Italian political system to deeply understand the situation and find out exact issues of the system. Italy's voting system is like no other. Instead of a winner-takes-all approach, Italy uses proportional representation. This means that parties are awarded seats in parliament based on the percentage of votes they receive. Sounds fair, right? But it also means no single party usually gets a majority, leading to coalition governments. Italy has dozens of political parties at both the national and regional levels, with even the major parties numbering more than a handful. This diversity makes it almost impossible for any single party to secure an absolute majority in parliament. Consequently, it's common practice for various parties to join forces through alliances or coalitions, both before and after elections. In 2017, Italy introduced a new electoral law known as the Rosatellum system, designed to incentivize smaller parties to unite in coalitions by establishing thresholds for entry to parliament and incorporating elements of the first-past-the-post system. However, these measures do not prevent electoral coalitions and parties from disintegrating once the votes are cast. Italy's political scene is often chaotic because politicians frequently switch sides, leaving the parties they were elected with. This has been happening for a long time. For example, out of almost 1,000 elected politicians in 2018, more than 300 had changed their allegiance by May 2022. Even before that, many members left the Five Star Movement Party. Beppe Grillo, who started the party, thinks those who switch sides should quit their positions. But unlike in the United States, where it's rare for politicians to switch parties, there's no rule in Italy that forces them to do so. So even if proportional representation is bringing more democracy, it needs more effective policies. Italy has a lengthy history of corruption going back centuries, where bribery activities was part of the society. Weaknesses of institutions have made it easy for individuals or organizations to abuse their power and influence, leading to corrupt practices. The complexity of Italy's bureaucratic system often provides opportunities for corruption, as lengthy administrative processes can tempt people to take shortcuts through illegal means. The presence of organized crime syndicates such as the mafia have deeply infiltrated into politics, business, and local government. These criminal organizations, usually from poor southern regions, make dealing with corruption even more challenging. Italy's political system has historically operated on patronage networks, where political favors and appointments are exchanged for loyalty, often leading to cronyism and corruption as well. Enforcement of anti-corruption laws in Italy has often been weak, with cases taking years or even decades to resolve due to lengthy judicial processes and bureaucratic inefficiencies. This lack of swift and effective enforcement can embolden corrupt actors and discourage whistleblowers. Overall, corruption poses a significant threat to Italy's democracy by eroding public trust, distorting decision-making processes, undermining the rule of law, stifling political competition, reducing government effectiveness, and weakening democratic institutions. The economic gap between northern and southern regions of Italy is significant. For example, in 2020, the GDP per capita in Lombardy, one of the wealthiest regions in the north, was around 40,000 euros, while in Calabria, one of the poorest regions in the south, it was only around 16,000 euros, which is less than countries like Barbados or Panama. Challenges like high youth unemployment, large public debt, brain drain, major gender pay gap, growing poverty rate, aging population makes it really hard for economy to grow. Economic inequality exacerbates social tensions. The rise of populist movements like the Five Star Movement or Lega Nord in recent years challenges traditional political institutions. Populist movements can make democracy weaker and pose significant risks to the health and stability of democratic governance. As we reflect on Italy's journey, we cannot overlook the milestones of progress it has achieved. Through periods of economic turbulence, Italy has witnessed remarkable economic transformations known as economic miracles. Let us remember that the strength of a nation lies not only in its struggles, but in its resilience to overcome them.